When we were young, we used to swim in NAIROBI Dam. There used to be a company that was called NSL, Nairobi Sailing Club. Nairobi Sailing Club had a club on the southern part of the dam. You entered it from the Langata Road side and you would get their club there. It was a bar, something like that. And they used to windsurf throughout NAIROBI Dam. Why has NAIROBI Dam spoiled? There are two reasons. First, water hasten. I think water hasten was the first and probably the most major reason why NAIROBI Dam cannot have a sailing club. The second is directing sewage into the dam. Now, with a lot of sewage and a lot of water hasten, it is hard for there to be swimming and sailing. The sailing used to be done mostly by Caucasians, and we used to admire them as we were swimming. One time, Mr. Moses Moreithi told people in the parade that he was aware some people did swim in NAIROBI Dam, and he wanted people to volunteer. There was 2 strokes, there is 4 strokes, there is 2 strokes, there is 3 strokes, and there is 4 strokes. 2 strokes was somebody who volunteered himself or herself. Well, that is 1. And 2, he or she disclosed two more names of our schoolmates who had gone swimming in NAIROBI Dam. So if you found yourself on the list by volunteering to give out your name, and simultaneously you disclosed of 2 more people whom you went to swim with at NAIROBI Dam, you'd get 2 strokes. And if you volunteered yourself and maybe did not disclose the name of another person, or you disclosed of 1 person, not 2, you'd get 3 strokes. Again, on 3 strokes, if someone disclosed your name and you disclosed names of 2 people, you'd get 3 strokes. 4 strokes is that they have disclosed your name and you have decided not to disclose somebody's name, or you disclosed 1 person. So the list went up, I never volunteered, and nobody disclosed that I was there. Why was it? It was because of Michael. Michael, this is what happened. You know, closing day is when there is a lot of fights. There is somebody, can't remember his name, he had wronged me, and on closing day, Michael appointed himself as a referee and insisted that I beat up that individual because he had wronged me. I did not want to beat that person because whatever wrong that that boy had done to me was so minor and it did not even hurt me, and I felt maybe verbally a verbal warning would do. But Mikhail insisted that I punish that boy. So I punished him. Not that the boy was hurt or anything, but this thing of happening to be seen as if I'm punishing him, and the boy pretended to be crying, but Michael noticed it. Mikhail noticed it. During that time, his name was the way it is written, but he insisted, and everybody called him Mikhail, not Michael. So when Mikhail noticed that I had done a ceremonial beating, he told the boy to go home, and the boy went home, and he turned on to me. I received a beating, a mugging. My face was swollen, and I went home with a swollen face and whatever. When I went home, my stepbrother, who is older than me, and my cousin, he's my cousin because his mother was an elder sister to my stepmother and used to stay at our home. They wanted to know who beat me up. But I tried to hide and say that it was I failed, I did what was it. No. This kind of hurt is somebody really beat you up. But I could not tell them who beat me up. So one day, we went, the three of us, to Nairobi Dam to swim. And Mikhail was there, and other students from my school were there. And students looked at me and said, "Hey, kwani umepona?" And my stepbrother and our step cousin asked what happened. They were told that I was beaten up by Mikhail. Remember, Mikhail was around. So they asked, "Do you people know who this Mikhail is?" They did not tell them who Mikhail was. They expected me to pinpoint Mikhail and say, "That is him." But I did not. But looking at Mikhail at that time, he would have wished that the ground swallows him up. But I never told them that the Mikhail was around. He just swam the way we used to swim and went home. The schools opened, and Mr. Moses Moreithi said that he was aware that students of Mbagathi Road Primary School used to swim inside Nairobi Dam. And he told us that there was a risk of getting bilharzia. So he wanted to know those people. The person who volunteered himself or herself and disclosed 2 people, he or she would get 2 strokes. And 3 strokes were for someone who volunteered himself but never disclosed others. I had already said that. So when we went to school and he said so, people volunteered to say, and people went on to disclose others, but nobody disclosed me. Among those whose names were forwarded was Mikhail. But of all those people, nobody disclosed me, and I did not volunteer. Why? Because they saw that Michael would have received a thorough beating from the way my stepbrother and our step cousin were reacting, that if they were to get the so-called Michael, they would really beat him up. So the students saw that I, being fair, not to disclose him when he was at my mercy, when they were disclosing names of those who had gone to swim in NAIROBI Dam, I was not disclosed. And those days we did not have this estate that is called Nyayo High Rise. It was not there. That was just a field. Viewers, that is NAIROBI Dam in the 70s.